The news out of Greece continues to be bad over the weekend. The attempts to form a Greek government have continued to fail and the stalemate continues. If a government isn't formed by Thursday, it means the Greeks have to go back to the polls. The Germans, of course, have very much a fixed position. They've reiterated the stance that unless the Greeks actually stick to those austerity measures, they can forget any further bailouts. As a result, we saw the euro continue to decline against most trading partners. And also, one of the ratings agencies, Fitch, came out and said that if the Greeks do actually leave the euro, there's likely to be downgrades for a number of countries that form that euro bloc. Looking at markets, on Friday the Dow closed down around 34 points, the primary driver there being a worse than expected result from JP Morgan. In terms of the European indices, surprisingly both the German and the UK index were up, however the French one was relatively flat. Looking at currencies, again we've seen that move away from the riskier commodity-based currencies such as the Kiwi and the Aussie. The Kiwi was around 78 cents US and at about 78.2 against the Aussie. On Friday, the Department of Statistics released its final numbers for agricultural production in New Zealand for the year ended 30 June 2011. Those numbers showed some interesting developments in the dairy space. The total dairy herd in New Zealand has now reached around 6.2 million head. That's up around 250,000 on the equivalent year in 2010. The total milking herd reached 1.82 million, up 136,000 head or around 3% on 2010. Interestingly enough, more than 60% of the growth came from the South Island. The South Island herd is now around 2.2 million animals, 90% of which are in the provinces of Canterbury, Southland and Otago. The other interesting thing is in terms of the actual trend of growth. Since 2002, growth in the North Island has been relatively flat. Growth in the South Island has been 3 or 4 times what it's been in the North Island. That's driven predominantly from the fact that the South Island was starting from a low base, but also reflects the ongoing rate of conversion. The development of further irrigation in Canterbury is also a significant figure in terms of driving those new dairy numbers.